Welcome, dearest patrons, to the Modern Romantic Podcast Playhouse performance of A Midsummer Night's Dream by William Shakespeare. We remind all patrons this script reading is completely unrehearsed in any regards. That means no actors have discussed character choices nor any questionable costume decisions ahead of the show. You have been warned. With this in mind, lords and ladies and fey folk of the realm, we present today's probably chaotic performance of an abridged A Midsummer Night's Dream. Hi, my name is Trey. I will be performing Puck and the narrator. And in my artistic life, I am a YouTuber, podcast co-host, and just general enjoyer of the arts.
And hi, I'm Emily. I am another host of the Modern Romantic Podcast, and I'm playing Demetrius, Quince, and Snug, and Lion.
Hello, I'm Julie. I'm playing Helena and Starveling/Moonshine. Emily found me on a street corner a couple days ago and asked me if I'd like to read, so here I am.
That was so clip-worthy.
Oh yeah, there's going to be a lot.
I'm Carlos. I will be playing Aegeus and Oberon. And this is Jasmine, who will be playing Titania. And we are the creators of Black Fade.
Pleasure to meet you.
Hello.
My name is Brenna. I am a mortuary science student and general fan of the arts.
Hi, I'm Lisa. I'll be playing Hermia, Snout/Wall, and I'm a magic realist filmmaker, photographer, flamenco dancer, and baker.
Right on.
My name is...
I am...
Go ahead.
Sorry? I'm Josh. I'm the moderator for Midsummer Night's Dream. Jeez, criminy. For Modern Romantic Podcast. Yeah, I will be playing Lysander and Flute and Thisbe.
My name is Chris, and I do comedic, readings of non-serious scripts, to be sure, at literary conventions. I also host game shows. I do improv, and Emily found me on the opposing street corner.
That's true. And you are playing Theseus.
I'm sorry. Yes, I'm playing Theseus. Theseus.
And I am also Chris, so Chris too. And I am an English teacher by day, also do some poetic writing, and today I will be doing Bottom, Pyramus, and Philostrate.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. And with that, A Midsummer Night's Dream. We open Act 1, Scene 1, Athens, the Palace of Theseus. Here we see Theseus, the Duke of Athens, with his bride-to-be, Hippolyta. Enter Theseus and Hippolyta.
Now, fair Hippolyta, our wedding draws near. 4 happy days bring in another moon. But oh, methinks how slow this whole moon wanes.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like to a silver bow, new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Hippolyta, I wound thee with my sword, and one I love, doing thee injuries, but I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with revelling.
Enter Aegis, Hermia, Lysander, and Demetrius.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Thanks, good Aegis. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I, with complaint against my child, my daughter, Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius, my noble lord. This man hath consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander, and my gracious Duke. This man hath stole the heart of my child. Thou Lysander, thou hast given her poems, and interchanged love token with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And my gracious Duke, be it so she will not hear before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens, as she is mine, I may dispose of her. She must obey me and marry this gentleman, or, according to our law, she must die.
Damn, boy. Might want to tone down a bit. What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid. Be advised, fair maid. Be advised, fair maid. Advised, fair maid. To you, your father should be as a god. He has all the power, and you have none. Besides, I know not what your problem here is. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is. Or demands you marry the other.
I would my father look but with my eyes.
Rather your eyes must see things as your father sees.
But I beseech you, your grace, that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case if I refuse to marry Demetrius.
Either to die or to be forever exiled, ever, from the society of man, as a nun, a lonely servant, the altar of the goddess Diana.
Then I must either die Or become a nun?
Yes, that's pretty much about it.
Well, then I will die if these are my choices. But I will never consent to marry a man I love not.
Take time to pause. 4 days from now, the same day I married sweet Hippolyta. Upon that day, either prepare to die, which I hope you don't do, for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius as he would.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy crazed title to my certain right.
You have her
Lysander, what
father's
say
love,
you?
Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Why not you marry him?
Scornful Lysander. True, he hath my love. I mean, have you seen Demetrius? And what is mine by love shall render him, and she is mine, and all right of her I do estate unto Demetrius with his fine ass.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes every way is fairly ranked, if not with vantage, as Demetrius. And, which is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll swear it to his head, made love to Nidar's daughter, Helena, and won Helena's heart. And she, sweet lady, loves, devoutly loves, and dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and fickle man.
Oh, buckle up now, boyos. I must confess that I have heard so much, and with Demetrius and his fine ass, thought to have spoken thereof, but being overfull of my upcoming marriage and her fine ass, lose it. Demetrius, come, and come, Aegeus. You shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both. For you, fair Hermia, look, you aren't yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else that lay of Athens yields you up, which by no means we may extenuate, or to a vow of seaman life. Come, my Hippolyta, and your fine ass. What cheer, my love? Demetrius and Aeneas, come along. I have marriage plans to arrange, and you must help me with the arrangements.
With duty and desire, we follow you.
Exit all but Lysander and Hermia.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Belike for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eyes.
The course of true love never did run smoother. A good persuasion, therefore, hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee, and to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me then, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without the town, there will I stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than ever women spoke, in that same place thou hast appointed me. Tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Enter Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena, whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your beauty. Oh, happy beauty. Your eyes are like stars to him, and your voice he adores. If only I had your face, your voice, your charms, then Demetrius would love me and not you. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius's heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns would teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
none but your beauty. Would that fault were mine.
Take comfort. He no longer shall see my face. Lysander and myself will escape this place.
Helena, to you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when darkness comes through Athens' gates, we have we devised to run away.
Then in the wood, there often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet. There my Lysander and myself shall meet, and thence from Athens turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companies. Oh, farewell, sweet playfellow, pray thou for us. And good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander. We must starve our sight from lovers' food till morrow deep midnight.
I will, my Hermia.
Exit Hermia.
Oh, is that still me? Sorry. As you love him, may Demetrius dote of you.
Exit Lysander.
How happy does Hermia seem to be? Through Athens I am thought as fair as she, but what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I err, admiring of his qualities. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind, nor hath love's mind any judgment taste. Wings and no eyes figure unheedy haste, and therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is oft so beguiled. Before Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyes, he held down oaths that he was only mine. But when this hail some heath from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell them of fair Hermia's flight. Then to the woods will he tomorrow night pursue her, and I will also go, pursuing him and his fine ass. I will betray my friend Hermia because I have no choice. My love for Demetrius is so strong it makes me weak, and into the woods my true love I will seek.
Exit Helena. Scene 2. Athens. Quince's house. Here we find some actors being led by Peter Quince, a carpenter and writer and director of the performance for the Duke's wedding reception. He is joined by his players, Snug, Bottom, Flute, Snout, and Starveling.
Is all our company here? Company, are you all here? Bottom, are you here? Well, here is the scroll of every man's name, which is thought fit through all Athens to play in our interlude before the Duke and Duchess on his wedding day, at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on, then read the names of the actors and so grow to a point.
Merry our play is, the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Enter as I call you, Nick Bottom, the Weaver.
Ready? Name what part I am for and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover, one that kills himself, most gallant for love.
That will ask some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe? A wandering knight?
No. Thisbe is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, faith, let me not play a woman. I have a beard coming.
That's all one. You shall play it in a mask, and you may speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe, Thisbe! I, Pyramus, lover dear, though Thisbe dear and lady dear.
No, no. You must play Paramus and flute, you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
All right. Next, Robin Starveling, the tailor.
Hey, yo, here, Peter.
Okay. Robin Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother, Tom Snout, the tinker. Snout, where are you? Snout, we're not hearing you respond.
Sorry, I'm here. I'm here, Peter Quince.
Okay. You, Paramus's father, myself, Thisbe's father. Snug the joiner, you, the lion's part, and I hope here is a play fitted. Have you the lion's part written? Pray you, if it be, give it me, for I am slow of study. You may do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar that I will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again, let him roar again.
And you should do it too, terribly. You would fright the Duchess and the ladies, that they would shriek, and that were enough to hang us all. That would
hang
us.
Every mother's son.
I grant you, friends, if that you should fright the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice so that I will roar you as gently as any suckling dove. I will roar you as 'twere any nightingale.
You can play no part but Paramus. For Paramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man, as one shall see in a summer's day, a most lovely gentleman-like man. Therefore you must needs play Paramus.
Oh, very well. I will undertake it. What
Why?
beard were I best to play it in?
Why, what you will.
I will discharge it in either your straw-colored beard, your orange tawny beard, or your purple ingrained beard, or a really gray beard.
Masters, here are your parts, and I am to entreat you, request you, and desire you to know them by tomorrow night, and meet me in the palace wood, a mile without the town. By moonlight, there we will rehearse.
We will meet, and there we may rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains. Be perfect. Adieu.
At the Duke's Oak we will meet.
Enough. Hold or cut bowstrings.
Exit all. Act 2, Scene 1. A wood near Athens where the fairies abide. Enter Puck and Fairy. How now, spirit? Whither wander you?
Over hill, over dale, through the bush, through the briar, over park, over pale, through the flood, through the fire, I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon sphere, and I serve the fairy queen to do her orbs upon the green.
The king does keep his party here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight, for Oberon is filled with wrath, because the queen has stolen the child he loves. A lovely boy taken from an Indian king, and jealous Oberon would have the child to run with him and trace the forests wild. But she withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers, and makes him all her joy. And now the king and queen do quarrel so, we live in fear to see their anger grow.
Either I mistake your shape and making quite, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow. Are not you he that frights the maidens of the villagery? Those that hobgoblin call you, and sweet Puck. You do their work, and they shall have good luck. Are not you he?
Thou speakest aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile. Ah, but make room, fairy. Here comes Oberon.
And here my mistress, would that he were gone.
Enter from one side Oberon, from the other Titania, with peach blossom, cobweb, mustard seed, and moth.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What? Jealous? Oberon. Fairies, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash, wanton. Am I not thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But I know when thou hast stolen away from fairyland, have you come to see your sweetheart, Hippolyta? Her name, it's just not that important to me, as you can see. Wedded to Theseus, though, and come to give her their bed, joy, and prosperity.
How canst thou think this? How canst thou this for shame, Titania? Glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus. When Theseus marries Hippolyta, it is you who will feel great hurt.
Look, I don't care what her name is. Why must we always be fighting?
The answer to our quarrel lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my page. It's not as weird as it sounds.
Then you should set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a vortress of my mother, of my order. And for her sake, I do rear up her boy. And for her sake, I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our round and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom, I must away. We shall fight downright if I longer stay.
Exit Titania.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not move from this grove till I foment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Thou rememberest since once I sat upon promontory and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spears to hear the sea maid's music.
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not. Flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid with his bow shot his shaft, yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound, and maidens call it love in idleness. Fetch me that flower, the herb I showed thee once, the juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid, will make our man or woman fall madly in love with the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and thou quickly again.
I'll put a girdle round the earth in 40 minutes. Exit Puck.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing then she waking looks upon, be it on lion, bear, or wolf, or bull, on meddling monkey, or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And before I release her from this potion's power, I'll make her render up the boy to me. But who comes here? I am invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
Into Demetrius and Helena following him.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Who told me they were stolen unto this wood? And here I am, unhappy in this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant. You pull me towards you because I love you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not in plainest truth tell you I do not nor cannot love you?
And even for that do I love you the more. I am your spaniel. And Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel. And Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me. Only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you. What worser place can I beg in your love, and yet a place of high respect with me, than to be used as you use your dog?
You cast too much.
Damn.
You cast too much doubt on your modesty to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not. To trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place will bring shame upon your name.
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore I think I am not in the night, nor doth this wood lack worlds of company. For you and my respect are all the world. Then how can it be said I am alone, when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee, and hide me in the marsh with the frogs, and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest has not such a heart as you. Run when you will, yet I will follow you.
I will not stay the questions. Let me go. Or if thou follow me, do not believe, but I should do thee mischief in the wood.
Aye, in the temple, in the town, the field, you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius.
Exit Demetrius.
I'll follow thee well, nymph. Before Demetrius leaves this grove, thou shalt flee from him, and he shall seek thy love.
Enter Puck.
Hast thou the flower there, whose juice produces love? Welcome, wander.
Hells yeah, it is. There you go.
I pray thee, give it to me. I know a bank where the world time blows. There sleeps Titania sometime of the night, and with the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it and seek through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing that he sees may be the same lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garment he hath on. Affect it with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou meet before me the first cock crow. Fear not
Don't take my lance from me. Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do it.
Everything in this realm belongs to me, even your lines.
'Tis true. Exit Puck and Oberon. Act 2, Scene 2. Another part of the wood where Titania keeps her bed. Titania stretches, yawns, then lies down to rest. An owl hoots briefly. Hoot!
Hoo, hoo, hoo.
Oh, clamorous own that nightly hoots and wonders, and our quaint spirits, keep yourself away that I may rest.
Titania lays down to sleep. Enter Oberon and squeezes a flower on Titania's eyelids.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake. Be it lynx, or cat, or bear, leopard, or boar, or bristled hare. In the eye that shall appear when thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vi thing is near.
Exit Oberon and enter Lysander and Hermia.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood. And to speak troth, I have forgot our way. We'll rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Oh, be it so, Lysander, find you out of bed. For I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as a pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one troth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet. Do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet, of my innocence. Love takes the meaning in love's conference. I mean, that my heart unto yours is knit, so that but one heart we can make of it. Two bosoms interchained with an oath, so then two bosoms and a single troth. Then by your side no bedroom me deny. For lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Now much be sure my manners and my pride, if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied, but gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off. In human modesty, such separation is, may well be said, becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid, so far be distant. And good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter till thy sweet life end.
Amen, amen. To that fair prayer say I. And then end life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep, give thee all his rest.
With half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
They go to sleep as Puck enters. Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none. On whose eyes might I approve this flower's force and stirring love, night and silence? Who is here? Garment of Athens he doth wear. This is he, my master said, despised the Athenian maid, and here the maiden sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Oh, she is gorgeous. She dares not lie near the man she loves, this hateful man. Upon thy eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe me. When thou wakest, let love forbid sleep his seat on thy eyelid. So awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon. Exit Puck, enter Demetrius and Helena, running.
Stay, though thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee, hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, will thou, darkling, leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril. I alone will go.
Exit
Oh.
Demetrius.
I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, wheresoever she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright, not with salt tears? If so, my eyes were oftener washed than hers. No, no, I am as ugly as a bear, for beasts that meet me run away for fear. Therefore no marvel through Demetrius do, as a monster fly my presence this. What wicked and disassembling glass of mine made me compare with Hermia's fairy eyes? But who is here? Lysander, on the ground, dead or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you love, good sir, awake.
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art that through my bosom makes me see thy heart. Where's Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so. What though he love your Hermia? Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you, then be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious minutes I have with her spent. Not Hermia, but Helen I love. Who will not change a raven for a dove? The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason says you are the worthier maid. Things growing are not ripe until their season, so I, being young, till now not ripe to see, ripe not to reason, and touching now the point of human skill, reason becomes the marshal to my will and leads me to your eyes, where I o'erlook love's stories written in love's richest book.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Is it not enough? Is it not enough, young man, that I never know nor ever can deserve a sweet look from Demetrius's eye, but you must flout my insufficiency? Good troth, you do me wrong. Good sooth, you do. In such a disdainful manner, me to woo. But fare you well. Perforce, I must confess, I thought you lord of more true gentleness. Oh, that a lady of one man refused should of another therefore be abused.
Exit Helena.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayest come Lysander near. For as a surfeit of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing to the stomach brings. And all my powers address your love and might to honor Helen and to be her knight.
Exit Lysander.
Lysander and Hermia, we can hear neither of you.
Take two. Help me, Lysander, help me. Help me do thy best to pluck this serpent from my breast. Oh, my knee. Oh, pity. Oh, pity, what a dream was here. Lysander, look how I quake with fear. Methought a serpent eat my heart away. And you sat there smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander? 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 What, are they gone? What removed Lysander? Lord, what out of hearing? Gone, no sound, no word? Alack, where are you? Speak, and if you hear, speak of all loves. I swoon almost with fear. No, then I will perceive you are all not nigh. Either death or you I'll find immediately.
Exit Hermia. Dearest patrons of A Midsummer Night's Dream, we will now break for a 5-minute intermission.
Are we ready to go?
We're live.
Okay.
Are we all met?
Dearest patrons, welcome back to a live.
What's
Are we all met?
Yeah. Pat, and there's a marvelous, convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage, this hawthorn brake our tiring house, and we will do it in action as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince.
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
Oh, that's a perilous fear.
I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make it all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say, we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And, for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Divas. Well, we will have such a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
No, make it 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be of fear to the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves. To bring in, God shield us, a lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing. For there is not a more fearful wildfowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Then therefore there's another prologue that must tell that he is not a lion.
Nay, you missed name is name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he himself must speak through saying this, or to the same defect, ladies, or fair ladies, or I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you, not to fear, not to tremble, your life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity of my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man as other men are, and there indeed let him name his name, and tell them plainly he is Snug the joiner.
Well, it shall be so. But there are 2 hard things, that is, to bring the moonlight into a chamber, for, Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
And doth the moon shine that night we play our play?
A calendar, a calendar. Look you, find an almanac. Find out moonshine. Find out moonshine.
Yes, it doth shine that night.
Why, then you may leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Or else one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lantern and say he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. Then there is another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, did talk through the chink in the wall.
But you can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall, and let him have some plaster or some loam or some rough cast about him to signify wall, and let him hold his fingers this, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse you parts. Pyramus, you being, when you have spoken your speech, enter into that break, and so everyone according to his cue. Enter Puck behind. Puck, we can't hear you.
Enter Puck behind. What in the DIY homespun nonsense is this? So near the cradle of the fairy queen. A play toward. I'll be an auditor. An actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savors sweet.
Odors, odors.
Odors, savors sweet. So hath thy breath, my Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice. Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
Exit bottom. This guy's awful. Exit Puck.
Must I speak now?
Aye, Mary, must you. For you must understand he goes but to see a noise that he has heard, and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of color like the red rose on triumphant briar, most briskly juvenile, and eke most lovely Jew, as truest horse that yet would never tire, I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Ninus' tomb. Man, why must you not speak that yet that you answer to Pyramus? You speak all your part at once, cues and all, Pyramus enter. Your cue is past, it is. Never tire.
Oh, as truest horse that yet would never tire.
Into Puck and bottom with an ass's head.
If I were fair Thisbe, I were only thine.
Oh, monstrous. Oh, strange. We are haunted. Pray, masters. Fly, masters. Help!
Exit Quince, Snug, Flute, Snout, and Starfling. I'll follow you.
Help me, everyone! You're my only hope.
I'll follow you. I'll lead you about around, through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar. Sometimes a horse I'll be, sometimes a hound, a hog, a headless boar, sometime a fire. And neigh, and bark, and grunt, and roar, and burn, like horse, hound, hog, bear, fire, at every turn. Exit Puck.
Why do they run away? This is knavery of them to make me afeard.
Enter Snout.
Oh, bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an asshead of your own, do you?
Into Exit Snout and into Quince.
Bless thee, bottom. Bless thee. Thou art shapeshifted or translated.
Exit Quince.
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me, if they could. But I will not stir from this place. Do what they can. I will walk up and down here and will make a great noise, and they shall see I am not afraid.
Ah, what angel wakes me from my flowery bed? I pray thee, gentle mortal, speak again. Mine ear has such enamored of thy voice, so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape, and thy fair virtue force, perforce thou both move me. On the first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. The more the pity that some honest neighbors will not make them friends. Nay, I can jest upon occasions.
Oh, I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat with somebody. Oh, thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Well, Not so, neither. But if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I have enough to serve mine own turn.
And humble too. Out of this wood so not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate, and the summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee. Therefore, go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I will purge thy mortal grossness, so that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peace blossom, cobweb, moth, and mustard seed.
Titania, what is the line you see next on your script?
Into
The four fairies.
Into the four fairies.
I'm sorry. I think what happened is I sent you the script before I cut that out. So go to your next line. Be kind and courteous to this gentleman.
Okay.
Sorry.
Be kind. Okay. Be kind and courteous. Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and glamble in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. And pluck the wings from painted butterflies to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesies.
I cry your worship's mercy heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Master Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Your name, honest gentleman?
Peas Blossom.
I pray you, commend me to Mistress Squash, your mother, and to Master Peascod, your father. Your name, I beseech you, sir?
Mustard Seed.
I desire you more acquaintance, good Master Mustard Seed.
Wait upon him, lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, look with a watery eye, and when she weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my love's tongue, bring him silently.
All exit. Scene 2. Another part of the wood. Enter Oberon.
I wonder if Titania be await. Then, what it was the next came in her eye, which she must dote on extremity.
Enter Puck.
Here comes my messenger now. How now, mad spirit? What night rule now about this haunted grove?
Oh, you're going to kick a kick out of this. My mistress with a monster is in love, near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals, that work for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for the great Theseus's nuptial day. The shallowest thick skin of that barren sort who Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his scene and entered in a break when I did him at his advantage take. An ass's knoll I fixed on his head. Anon this Thisbe must be answered, and forth my mimic comes. When they spy him, so at his sight, away his fellows fly. And at our stamp here o'er and o'er no one falls. He murder cries and help from Athenian calls. Their sense this weak, lost with their fears this strong. Made senseless things begin to do them wrong, for briars and thorns at their peril snatch. Some sleeves, some hats, from yielders all things catch. I led them all I led them on this distracted fear, and less sweet Pyramus translated there. When in that moment so it came to pass, Titania waked and straightway loved that ass.
So an ass. So long story short, that was a lot, Puck. Next time, I've got things to do, Puck. I'm the Lord of the Realm. Anyway, this falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenians' eyes with the love juice, as I did bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side, that when he waked of force she must be eyed. Into Hermia and Demetrius.
Yeah, you see how easy and quick that was? And stand close. This is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not the man.
Oh, why rebuke you him that love you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse, for thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being o'er shoes and blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. It cannot be but thou hast murdered him. So should a murdered look so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look as bright, as clear, as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Ah, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I had rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog! Out, cur! Thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth be never numbered among men. Oh, once tell true even for my sake. Dost thou have looked upon him being awake? Or hast thou killed him sleeping? Oh, brave touch, could not a worm and adder do so much? An adder did it, for with doubler tongue than thine, thou serpent, never adder stung.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead, for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee, tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what would I get for that? What would I get therefore?
Yeah, a privilege never to see me more. And from thy hatred presence part I so, see me no more, whether he be dead or no.
Exit Hermia.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while I will remain. So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow, for death that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe.
Demetrius lies down and sleeps.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. A fancy sick she and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes against she do appear.
I go, look how I go, swifter than an arrow the Tartar's bow.
Stop
Exit Puck.
being dramatic. Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archer eye. Sink an apple of his eye, when his love he doth espy. Let her shine as gloriously as Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for a remedy.
Enter Puck. Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleasing for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then we'll two at once woo one, that must needs be sports alone, and those things do best please me that befall preposterously. Into Lysander and Helena.
Why should you think that I should woo in scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow I weep, and vows so born in their nativity all truth appears. How can these things in me seem scorn to you? bearing the badge of faith to prove them true.
You do advance your cunning more and more. When truth kills truth, O devilish holy fray, these vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er? Weigh oath, and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me, put in two scales, will even weigh, as both as light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my wind, now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helena, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine. Oh, what, my love, shall I compare thee thine? Crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe in show thy lips, those kissing cherries tempting grow, that pure congealed white high Taurus snow, fanned with the eastern wind, turns to a crow when thou hold'st up thy hand. Oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this deal of bliss.
Oh, spite. Oh, hell, I see you all are bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me this much injury. Can you not hate me as I know you do? But you must join in souls to mock me too? If you were men, as men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so. And to vow and swear and super praise my parts, when I am sure you hate me with your hearts. You both are rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena. A trim exploit, a manly enterprise, to conjure tears in a poor maid's eyes with your derision. None of noble sort would so offend a virgin and extort a poor soul's patience, all to make you sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so. For you love Hermia, this you know I know. And here with all good will, with all my heart, in Hermia's love I yield you up my part, and yours of Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love and will do till my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will none. If I ever loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but as wise guest-wise sojourned, and now to Helen it is home returned, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Despaired not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou abide it dear. Look, where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Enter Hermia.
Oh, dark night that from the eye his function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes. Wherein it doth impair the seeing sense, it pays the hearing double recompense. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found. Mine ear, I think, it brought me to thy sound. But why, unkindly, didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay with love, whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love, that would not let him bide fair Helena, who more angleds that night than all you fiery orbs and eyes of light. Why seek'st thou me? Could not this make thee know? The hate I bear thee made me leave thee so.
You speak not as you think. It cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours that we have spent? And will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with men in scorning your poor friend? It is not friendly, 'tis not maidenly. Our sex as well as I may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
Have you not set Lysander as in scorn to follow and praise me in my eyes and face, and made your other love Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot to call me goddess, nymph divine and rare, precious, celestial? Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love so rich with his soul and tender me, forsooth affection, but by your setting on, by your consent? Oh, I have 2 lines. I understand not what you mean by this.
If you have any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare ye well, 'tis partly my own fault, which death or absence shall soon remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena, hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent.
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee, by my life I do. I swear that by which I would lose for thee, to prove him false that says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou sayest so, withdraw, and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, whereto tends all this?
Away, you Ethiop.
No, he'll but seem to break loose. Take on as you would follow, but yet come not. You are a tame man, go.
Hang off, thou cat, thou burr, vile thing, let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why are you grown so rude? What changes this, sweet love?
Thy love? Out, tawny Tartar, out! Out, loathed medicine, hated potion, hence!
Do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What, should I hurt her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me, wherefore? Ay me, what news, my love? Am I not Hermia? Are you not Lysander? I am as fair now as I was erewhile, since night you loved me. Yet since night you left me. Why then you left me? Oh, the gods forbid, in earnest shall I say.
I by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain, nothing truer, 'tis no jest, that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Oh me, you juggler, you canker blossom, you thief of love. What have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Fine, in faith. Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What, will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you.
Puppet? Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive she doth made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height, forsooth, she had prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maple? Speak! How low am I? I am not yet so low that my nails cannot reach unto thine eyes.
I pray you, though you mock gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in this shrewishness. I am a right maid for my cowardice. Let her not strike me. You perhaps may think because she is something lower than myself that I can match her.
Lower! Hark again.
Good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia. Did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you, save that in love unto Demetrius I told him of your stealth into the wood. He followed you. For love I followed him. But he hath chid me hence and threatened me, to strike me, to spurn me, nay, to kill me too. And now, so you will let me quiet go to Athens. I will bear my folly back and follow you no further. Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am.
Like, get ye gone. Who is it that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What, with Lysander?
With Demetrius!
Be not afraid, she shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she's angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school. And though she be but little, she is fierce.
Oh, little again. Nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her.
Get you gone, you dwarf, you minimus of hindering not grass made, you bead, you acorn.
You are too officious. In her behalf that scorns your services, let her alone. Speak not of Helena. Take not her part, for if thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, thou shalt abide it.
Now she holds me not. Now follow, if thou darest, to try whose right, of thine or mine, is most in Helena.
Follow. Nay, I'll go with thee, cheek by jowl.
Exit Demetrius and Lysander.
You mistress, all this turmoil is because of you. Oh, nay, go not back.
I will not trust you, nor longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
Exit Helena.
I am amazed, and know not what to say.
Exit Hermia.
Damn, Puck, did you see that? This thy negligence still thou mistakest, or else committest thy knaveries willfully?
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me I should know the man by Athenian garment he had on? And so far blameless prove my enterprise that I have anointed an Athenian's eyes. And so far am I glad it did sort as this their jangling I esteem a sport.
A sport? You've made an episode of Jerry Springer. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eyes, whose liquor hath the virtuous property to take from thence all error with his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. When thou next awake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision, and back to Athens shall the lovers wend, with league whose date till death shall never end. Whilst I in this affair thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg her Indian boy. And then I will her charmed eyes release from monsters' view, and all things shall be peace.
Exit Oberon. Up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. I would lead them up and down. I'm feared in the field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Oh, here comes one. Enter Lysander.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, drawn and ready. Where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground. Exit Lysander as following the voice. Enter Demetrius.
Lysander, speak again. Thou runaway, thou coward, art thou fled? Speak, in some bush, where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes that thou look'st for wars, and wilt not come? Come, recreant, come, thou child, I'll whip thee with a rod. He is defiled that draws a sword on thee.
Yeah? Art thou there?
Follow my voice. We'll try no manhood here. Exit Puck and Demetrius. Enter Lysander.
He foes before me and still dares me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster he did fly. I've fallen am I in dark, uneven way, and here will rest me.
Lysander lies down.
Come, thou gentle day, for if but once thou show me thy grey light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge this spite.
Lysander sleeps. Enter Puck and Demetrius. Ho, 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 coward! Why comest thou not?
Abide me, if thou darest, for well I know thou runnest before me, shifting every place, and darest not stand, nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither. I am here.
Nay then, you mock me. You shalt buy his dear, if ever I thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way, faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. By day's approach, look to be visited.
Demetrius lies down and sleeps. Enter Helena.
Oh, weary night. Oh, long and tedious night. Abate thy hour. Shine comforts from the east, that I may back to Athens by daylight, from these that my poor company detest, and sleep that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye. Steal me a while from mine own company.
Helena lies down and sleeps. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yet but 3. Come one more. 2 of both kinds makes up 4. Ah, here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad. Enter Hermia.
Never so weary, never so in woe. Bedabbled with the dew and torn with briars, I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here I will rest me till the break of day. Heaven shield Lysander if they mean a fray.
Hermia lies down and sleeps. On the ground sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye, gentle lover, remedy. 1. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye, and the country proverb known, that every man should take his own. In you waking shall be known, Jack shall have Jill, naught shall have ill, the man shall have his mare again, and all shall be well. Exit Puck. Act 4, Scene 1, the same. Lysander, Demetrius, Helena, and Hermia are lying asleep. Titania and Bottom, the 4 fairies, and Oberon are behind unseen.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Kazai Ravine? Scratch my head, Kazai Ravine. Where's Monsieur Campanus? Oh, Monsieur Campanus, good Monsieur. Get you your weapons in your hand, and get me a red-hipped humblebee on the top of a thistle. And, good Monsieur, bring me the honey bag. Do not fret yourself too much in the action, Monsieur. And good Monsieur, have a care that honey bag break not. I would be loath to have you overflown with a honey bag, Signor. Where's Monsieur Nacho? Give me your fist, Monsieur Nacho. Pray you, leave your courtesy, good Monsieur. Help me to scratch. I must to the barber, for methinks I have a marvelous hairy face, and I am such a tender ass. If my fair do but tickle, I must scratch.
What wilt thou hear? Sorry. What wilt thou hear? Some music, my sweet love.
I have a reasonable good ear in music. Let's have the tongs and the bones.
Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat.
Truly, a peck of provender. I could munch your good dry oats. Methinks I have a great desire to a bottle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay, hath no fellow. Or a carrot.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek. the squirrel's hoard and fetch the new nuts.
I had rather have a handful or two of dried peas. But I pray you, let none of your people stir me. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, begone, and be always away.
Exit fairies.
So doth the woodbine, the sweet honeysuckle, gently entwist the female ivy so, and wrings the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
They sleep. Enter Puck and Oberon.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity, for meeting her of late behind the wood, seeking sweet favors from this hateful fool. I did upbraid her and fall out with her, for she is his hairy temples then had rounded with a coronet of fresh and fragrant flowers. When I had at my pleasure taunted her, and she in mild terms begged my patience, I then did ask her changeling child, which straight she gave me, and her fairy sent, to bear him to my bower in fairyland. And now I have the boy. I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. And gentle Puck, take this transformed scalp from the head of this Athenian swain, that he awakening when the other do. May all the Athens back again repair, and think no more of this night's accidents, but as the fierce vexation of a dream. But first I will release the fairy queen. Be as thou want to be. See as thou wast want to see. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
I mean, I have a pretty nice one. There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes do loathe this visage now.
Silence a while. Robin, take off this head. Titania, music call, and strike more dead than common sleep of all these five the sense.
Music, ho! Music such as charmeth sleep.
Now when thou wakest, with thine own fool's eyes peep.
Sound music. Come, my queen, take hands with me, and rock the ground whereon these sleepers be. Now thou and I are new in amity, and will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance in Duke Theseus's house triumphantly, and bless it to all fair prosperity. Sorry, that was mine. I'll get that later. And bless it to all fair prosperity. There shall pairs the faithful lovers be, wedded with Theseus, all in jollity.
Fairy king, attend and mark, I do hear the morning lark.
Then, my queen, in silence sad, trip we after the night's shade. We the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night that I sleeping here was found with these mortals on the ground.
Into Theseus, Hippolyta, and Aegeus.
Yes, it certainly is. Forgive me. 4-1? No.
For me, it's page 40 at the bottom.
I'm absolutely gone. Thank you. Sorry.
It's all right.
Yo, we will, fair queen, up to the mountain's top and mark the musical confusion of hounds and echo in conjunction.
Hippolyta, we can't hear you.
I was with Hercules and Cadmus once, when, in a wood of Crete, they bade the bear with hounds of Sparta. Never did I hear such gallant chiding, for, besides the groves, the skies, the fountains, every region near seemed all one mutual cry. I never heard so musical a discord, such sweet thunder.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. My hound out of the Spartan kind, with ears that sweep away the morning dew. Slow to pursuit, they move not fast, but they love checking out Demetrius's sweet ass. But matched in mouth like bells, each under each, a cry more tunable, was never bothered hollered to, nor cheered with horn, in Crete, in Sparta, nor in Thessaly. Judge, your honor, when you hear the soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep. And this, Lysander, this Demetrius is. This Helena, old Netter's Helena. I wonder of this being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May, and hearing our intent, came here in gravity. But speak, Aegeus, is not this the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
I mean, look, more like the aftermath of an orgy to me, but it is, my lord.
Yeah, she better get her shit together or she's gonna die, you know what I'm saying? Go, bid the huntsmen awake them with their
Horns and shout within. Lysander, Demetrius, Helena, and Hermia wake startled. Do.
Good morning, friends. How you doing? St. Valentine's past. Begin these wood boards but to couple now?
Pardon, my lord.
I pray you all, stand the hell up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world that hatred is so far from jealousy to sleep by hate and fear no enmity?
My lord, I shall reply amazedly, half asleep, half waking, but as yet, I swear, I cannot truly say how I came here, but as I think, for truly would I speak, and now do I bethink me, so it is, I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might, without the peril of Athenian law.
Enough, enough, my lord. You have enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen away, Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you and me. You of your wife and me of my consent that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helena told me of their stealth, of this their purpose hither to this wood, and I, in fury, hither followed them, fair Helena in fancy following me. But, my good lord, I know not by what power, but by some power it is, my love to Hermia melted as the snow. It seems to me now as the remembrance of an idol god, which in my childhood I did dote upon, and all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and the pleasure of mine eye, is only Helena. To her, my lord, was I betrothed ere I saw Hermia, but in like in sickness I did loathe this food, but as in health come to my natural taste. Now I do wish it, love it, long for it. and will evermore be true to it.
Yeah, that's where I go. Fellas, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we shall hear no anon. Forget about it. Aegeus, I will overbear you, for in the temple by and by with us these couples shall eternally be joined. And for the morning now is something worn, our purposed hunting shall be set aside. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3 will hold a feast in great solemnity. Hippolyta.
Exit Theseus, Hippolyta, and Aegis.
These things seem undistinguishable.
Methinks I see these things with parted eye when everything seems double.
So methinks. And I have found Demetrius like a jewel, mine own, and not mine own.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems to me that yet we sleep, we dream. Do you not think the Duke was here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my father.
And Hippolyta.
And he did bid us follow to the temple.
Why then, we are awake. Let's follow him. And by the way, let us recount our dreams.
Hermia, Helena, Lysander, and Demetrius exit.
When my cue comes, call me, and I will answer. My next is my most fair Pyramus. Hi-ho, Peter Quince. Flute, the bellows mender, Snout, the tinker, Starveling. God's my life, stolen hence and left me asleep. I have had a most rare vision. I have had a dream, past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass, if he go about to expound this dream. Methought I was... There is no man can tell what. Methought I was, and methought I had, but man is but a patched fool, if he will offer to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen. Man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I will get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream. It shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom. And I will sing it in the latter end of a play before the Duke. Peradventure, to make it the more gracious, I shall sing it at her death.
Exit Bottom. Act 4, Scene 2, Athens. Quince's house. Here we find Quince, Flute, Snout, and Starveling.
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Is he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt he is transported.
If he come not, then the play is marred. It goes not forward, doth it?
It is not possible. You have not a man in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus but he.
No, he hath simply the best wit of any handcraft man in Athens.
Yea, and the best person too, and he is a very paramour for a sweet voice.
You must say paragon. A paramour is, God bless us, a thing of naught.
Enter Snug.
Masters, the Duke is coming from the temple, and there's 2 or 3 lords and ladies more married. If our sport had gone forward, we had all been made men.
Oh, sweet bullet bottom. This hath he lost 6 pence a day during his life. He could not have scraped 6 pence a day, and the Duke had not given him 6 pence a day for playing Pyramus, I'll be hanged. He would have deserved it. 6 pence a day in Pyramus, or nothing.
Enter Bottom.
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts?
Bottom, our most courageous day, O most happy hour.
Masters, I am to discourse wonders, but ask me not what, for if I tell you, I am no true Athenian. I will tell you everything right as it fell out.
Let us hear, sweet Bottom.
Not a word of me. All that I will tell you is that the Duke hath dined. Get your apparel together. Good strings to your beards, new ribbons to your pumps. Meet presently at the palace. Every man look o'er his part, for the short and long is, our play is preferred. In any case, let Thisbe have clean linen, and let not him that plays the lion pare his nails, for they shall hang out for the lion's claws. And most dear actors, eat no onions or garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath. And I do not doubt but to hear them say it is a sweet comedy. No more words. Away, go, away!
Exit bottom, quince, snout, snug, starveling, and flute. Act 5, Scene 1, Athens. The Palace of Theseus, where we find Theseus, Hippolyta, lords, and attendants.
'Tis strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of.
More strange than true. I never may believe these empty fables, nor these fairy toys, and as imagination bounds forth the forms of things unknown, the poet's pen, and turns to shapes and gives airy nothing a local name. Such tricks hath strong imagination, that it would but apprehend some joy. It comprehends some bringer of that joy, or in the night imagining some fear. How easy a bush is supposed a bear.
But all the story of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, more witnesseth than fancy's images, and grows to something of great constancy, but howsoever strange and admirable.
Here comes the lovers, full of joy and mirth.
Enter Lysander, Demetrius, Hermia, and Helena.
Gentle friends, how you doing? Joy and fresh days of war accompany your hearts. Love.
More than to us wait in your royal walks, you board your bed.
Come now, what masks, what dances shall we have? To wear away this long hours between our after supper and bedtime. Where is our usual manager of mirth? What revels are in hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Call Philostrate.
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say, what you got this evening? What mask? What music? You gonna DJ? You gonna play something? How shall we beguile the lazy time, if not with some delight?
There is a brief. How many sports are ripe? Make choice of which your highness will see first.
Philostrate hands Theseus a paper.
The battle with the centaurs to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp. Will none of that. The thrice three muses mourning for the death of learning late deceased in beggary. That is some satire there, keen and critical, short for a nuptial ceremony. A tedious brief scene of your Pyramus, and his love of Thisbe, very tragical mirth. Merry and magical, tedious and brief. What are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here, which never labored, I think, their minds till now, and now have toiled their unbreathed memories with this same play against your nuptials.
And we will hear it.
Oh, no, No, my noble lord, it is not for you. I have heard it over, and there is nothing in the world, unless you can find sports in their intents, extremely stretched and conned with cruel pain to do you service.
You don't tell me nothing, no. I will hear that play, but never anything can be amiss. When simpleness and duty tender it, go, bring them in, and take your places, ladies.
I told
I
you,
love
but you
not
asked for it.
I love not to see wretchedness o'ercharged, and duty in his service perishing.
Why, gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
He says they can do nothing in this kind.
So please your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Time to get over here.
Enter Quince for the prologue.
If we offend, it is with our good will, that you should think we come not to offend, but with good will, to show our simple sill. That is the true beginning of our end. Consider then, we come but in despite. We do not come as minding to contest you. Our true intent is all for your delight. We are not here that you should here repent you. The actors are at hand by their show. You shall know all that you are like to know.
This fellow doesn't stand upon points, does he?
He hath rid his prologue like a rough colt. He knows not to stop. A good moral, my lord. It is not enough to speak, but to speak true.
Indeed, he hath played on his prologue like a child on a recorder, a sound, but not in government.
His speech was like a tangled chain, nothing impaired, but all disordered. Who's next?
Enter Pyramus as played by Bottom, Thisbe played by Flute, Starveling playing Wall, Snout playing Moonshine, and Snug the Lion.
I wonder if the lion speaks tonight.
No wonder, my lord, one lion may, when many asses do.
In this same interlude, it both befall that I, one Snout by name, present a wall. And such a wall as I would have you think that had it a crannied hole or chink, and through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did whisper very secretly, this loam, this rough cast, and this stone doth show that I am the same wall. The truth is so, and this is cranny is right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
Enter Pyramus.
Pyramus, draws near the wall. Silence, shut up.
O grim-looked night, O night with hue so black, O night, alack, alack, alack. I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot. And thou, O wall, O sweet, O lovely wall, that standst between her father's ground and mine. Thou wall, O sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eye.
Wall holds up his fingers.
Thanks, courteous wall. Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. O wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss. O cursed be thy stones for this deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible and also paid for by Mexico, should curse again.
No, in truth, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now, and I am to spy her through the wall. You shall see. It will fall pat, as I told you. Yonder she comes.
Enter Thisbe.
O wall, full often hast thou heard my moans for parting my fair Pyramus and me. My cheery lips have oft kissed thy stones with lime and hair not up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink to spy, and can I hear my Thisbe's face? Thisbe!
My love thou art, my love, I think.
Think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace, and like Lemander am I trusty still.
And I like Helen till the fates me kill.
Not Shuffleus to Procris, I to you. Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kissed the wall's hole, not your lips at all.
Wilt thou at Ninny's tomb meet me straightway?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Exit Pyramus and Thisbe.
Thus have I, wall, my part discharged so, and being done this wall doth go.
Exit Wall.
That was a good wall. Now is the mural down between the two neighbors.
No remedy, my lord, when walls are so willful to hear without warning.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
You got that right. The best in this kind are but shadows, and the worst are no worse, if imagination attend them.
It must be your imagination then, and not theirs.
If we imagine no worse of them than they of themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Here come two noble beasts in, a man and that lion.
Enter Lion and Moonshine.
You, ladies, you, whose gentle heart do fear, the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here, when iron rough in wildest rage doth roar. Then know that I, one Snug the joiner, am a lion fell, nor else no lion's dam. For if I should as lion come in strife into this place, 'twere pity on my life.
This lantern doth the horned moon present.
He should have worn the horns on his head.
This lantern doth the horned moon present. Myself, the man in the moon, do seem to be.
Moonshine, I'm digging your where you're from there. This is the greatest error of all the rest. The man should be put into the lantern. How is it else the man in the moon?
He dares not come there for the candle, for you see it is already in snuff.
I am weary of this moon. Would he would change.
Proceed, Moon.
All that I have to say is to tell you that the lantern is the moon. I, the man in the moon, this thorn bush, my thorn bush, and this dog, my dog.
Enter Thisbe.
This is old Ninny's tomb. Where is my love?
Roar. Oh.
Thisbe runs off.
Well roared, lion.
Well run, Thisbe.
Well shone, moon. Truly the moon shines with a good grace.
The lion shakes Thisbe's mantle and exits.
Well moused, lion.
And so the lion vanished.
And then came Pyramus.
Enter Pyramus.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beam. I thank thee, moon, for shining not so bright. For by thy gracious golden glittering gleams I trust to take of truest Thisbe sight. But stay, O spite, but mark, poor knight, what dreadful sorrow is here? Eyes, do you see? How can it be? O dainty duck, I dear, thy mantle good, with stained blood! Approach, ye furies, fell, O fates, come, come, cut thread and thrum, quail, crush, conclude, and quay.
This passion in the depths of a dear friend could go near to make a man look sad.
Oh, my heart, but I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore, nature, didst thou lions frame? Since lion vile hath here deflowered my dear, which is, no, which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Come, tears, confound. Out, sword, and wound the pap of Pyramus, I, that left pap, where heart doth hop.
Stabs himself.
Thus die I, thus. Now am I dead. Now am I fled. My soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight.
Exit moonshine.
Now die.
Pyramus is dead.
There's a lot of dying going on, but with the help of a doctor, you might yet recover and prove an ass.
How chance Moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover?
She'll find him by starlight. Here she comes now, and her passion ends the play.
Re-enter Thisbe.
Methinks she should not use the long one for such a Pyramus. I hope she'll be brief.
She hath spied him already with those sweet eyes. Asleep, my love? What, dead, my dove? O Pyramus, arise! Speak! Quite dumb? Dead? A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone. Lovers make moan. His eyes were green as leeks. O sisters three, come to me. With hands as pale as milk, lay them in gore, since you have shore with shears this thread of silk. Tongue, not a word. Come, trusty sword. Come, blade, and stain my breast with blood.
She stabs herself.
And farewell, friends. Thus Thisbe ends. Adieu.
Thisbe is now dead.
Well, shit. Moonshine and Lion are left to bury the dead.
Aye, and Wall too.
No, assure you, the wall is down that parted their fathers. Will it please you to see the epilogue, or to hear a dance between two of our company?
No freaking epilogue, I pray you. For your play needs no excuse. Never excuse for when the players are all dead. There needs none to be blamed. Mary, if that be writ had played Pyramus and hanged himself in Thisbe's garter, it would have been a fine tragedy. And so it is, truly, and very notably discharged. But let that be your epilogue. The iron tongue of midnight hath torn 12.
The players stand, bow, and exit.
Lovers, get to bed. 'Tis almost fairy time. I fear we shall outsleep the coming morn, as much as we this night have overwatched the heavy gate of night. Sweet friends, get to bed. A fortnight hold we this solemnity in nightly revels and new jollity.
Theseus and others exit. Enter Oberon, Titania, and Puck.
Okay, so the mortals was supposed to put on this play, and like two of them were trying to kiss through a glorious hole in the wall. It was weird. Anyway, they're all dead. Through the house give gathering light by the dead and drowsy fire. Every elf and fairy sprite hop as light as a bird from briar, and this ditty after me sing and dance it trippingly.
First, rehearse your song by rote, to each word a warbling note. Hand in hand with fairy grace, we will sing and bless this place.
Now, until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray, to the best bride bed we will, which by us shall be blessed be. And the issue there create, ever shall be fortunate. So shall all the couples three, ever true and loving be. And the blots of nature's hand shall not in their issue stand, never mole, heart, hair, lip, nor scar, nor mark prodigious such as are. Despised in nativity shall upon their children be. With this field dew consecrate, every fairy take his gate, and each several chamber bless through this palace with sweet peace, and the owner of it's blessed shall in safety rest. Trip away, make no stay. Meet me all by break of day.
Exit Oberon and Titania. If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here while these visions did appear. And this weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest Puck, if we have unlearned luck now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long, else the Puck a liar call. So good night unto you all. Give me your hands, if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends. The end. Yay! Way to go, everybody. Nice job.
We did it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, great job, everybody. That was phenomenal. You're all amazing.
Yeah. Do we have time for a couple questions?
Do we have a couple questions?
Yeah. If our audience has any questions, feel free to drop those in the chat. I have a question for the group. How does everybody feel?
I feel great.
It was fun to do Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Yes.
We had
I got tongue twisted.
You know what? I feel like I did a lot too, and misspoke a lot. Yeah, you guys did so awesome though. I feel like there were some real solid performances here, and I was impressed by all of you.
Yeah, this is fun.
I'm glad you had fun.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, the thing I was expecting the least was gonna be the amount of New York accents that came out. That surprised me the most.
I think Theseus changed countries about midway through the play. I think he started like Scottish, Irish, and ended up Brooklyn.
He went from Scotland. He moved to.
He moved to live with me. Yeah, no, I get it.
He's a Renaissance man, you know?
He moved to Paramus, you know.
I think
Emily.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Go ahead, Trey.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say I loved all the wardrobe changes Emily went through. We need a counter, like when you edit later,
Yeah.
of how many times.
Oh, we should. That would be fun. And I'm sorry about this script problem. I had this thing where instead of having Cobweb and Peas Blossom
Mustard
and those little
seed.
fairies, I had changed their names to people that had something to do with the podcast at one point. So I changed one to
Oh.
Kaz, who is,
Kazza Raven.
yeah, and then Caponis and Nacho. And so I had like these names that I had changed them to, and then I guess the script you have, it doesn't have those changes. So, and then at some point I even messed it up where they were in there, but in the I messed it up. That's my fault.
It's okay.
Yeah, I was scratching my head on that a little bit because I'm like, wait a minute, these are not the fairy names I remember. Okay, I'll go with it.
You know your names. Get out there. Do your job.
Who's to say that Titania doesn't have like a horde of fairies at them, and it could be like
Right.
these 4 now, and then these 10 later.
Yeah.
I have so much affection. I often give them pet names, and they need to remember them.
There you go.
That's not my problem.
Valid.
You know.
Here, I'll show you. I have this whole stack of hats that I had ready. Plus Demetrius with the feather. And then the duck, which I didn't pull out,
And
thankfully.
the lion.
Oh, this one too. The lion, yeah. That's behind me now because it fell.
I mean, speaking of like animals and things, oh my god, the bunny ears are what absolutely killed me.
Yes.
That was so unexpected, yeah.
That was fun.
My first
I was a-
wardrobe change
I was a
was a little
little-
more involved.
I was a little tempted if it wouldn't have been that I was supposed to be a donkey. I wanted to do that. What's up, Doc? But, you know, hey.
So I know that we're going on here. Thank you so much, Julie, for joining us. I know you have to head out
Yeah,
here.
I just wanted to say quickly, thanks for having me. This was wonderful. It's wonderful to meet a bunch of you guys. Thanks to everyone who was watching. I need to drop out, so I will catch you guys all on the fly. I will be out on the street corner where Emily found me later on if you all want to meet up, you know. All right. Bless y'all.
Bye. Thanks
Bye,
for joining
everybody.
us.
Bye-bye.
See you, Julie.
This episode, along with probably every episode, is always in memory of Joe Capone, our moderator, fellow comedian, passionate encourager, new fairy, and greatly missed friend.
You can find us pretty much wherever you tune into podcasts. For updates, announcements, and more, please follow us on social media under Modern Romantic. Thanks, everybody, and have a Shakespearean day.